Hey there, Cowboys fans. Did you know that only a fraction of you guys, less than even a quarter, actually have notifications set to all? When you first subscribe, in order to get daily Cowboys videos, YouTube defaults your subscription to personalized as opposed to all, meaning you won't get a push notification for every single video that we do here at the Cowboys Report. So double check that right now. Go back to where you subscribe, click that bell button, and change it from personalized to all. That way you don't miss a single video. Welcome into the Cowboys Report. I am your host, Tom Downey. Let's discuss some Cowboys rumors, beginning with Tyron Smith. Is he healthy now? I want to believe. I'm giving it 3 stars. I do believe he is certainly healthier than what he was after his neck surgery, but I'm not all in on Tyron Smith remaining fully healthy for an entire season. So 3 stars is the number here. Now, he says he feels better after last year's neck surgery, which I am inclined to believe. He says he wants to keep playing for years, and I also believe that. But we also have to look at history here. And this is the reality for Tyron Smith. He's only 30, which is very young for a guy who's been as long in the NFL as he has been. But he's missed time 5 years in a row. If you're just playing the odds, likelihood, using history as a guide, he's going to miss time again this season. The question is, how much time? Here's what Tyron had to say before minicamp wrapped up. For me, it's always been till the wheels fall off, until I can't no more. I can't give you a time estimate or anything like that, but I'm going to go as long as I can, whether it's 4 to 5 years or whatever. Hopefully you can get 4 or 5 more healthy-ish seasons out of Tyron Smith. Again, he's only 30 years old. I know it seems like he's older, in part because he's missed so much time over the past 5 years, but for me, the question is this. Is Tyron going to miss 3 games again? Or is 2020 indicative of a troubling trend where he's going to miss significant time each year? Again, 5 years in a row, he's missed games. Only 2 games played in 2020. You can't have that out of your stud tackle. Like, that's not an ideal outcome here for the Cowboys and for Tyron Smith. But if he only misses 3 games, things start to feel a little bit better at that point. If it's only 3 games, or if it's more than that, or if you mean less than that, you're getting awesome play. Tyron Smith is still a fantastic left tackle. The guy's only allowed a handful of sacks over the past few seasons. Now, his run game wasn't great in 2019. Again, I think the injuries are piling up there. He's also prone to getting, honestly, just some BS calls because he is so big, it looks like it's holding, but it's actually not. When healthy, there's no concerns that I think most people have around Tyron Smith. The health is the number 1 red flag. That's why the Cowboys have Ty Nsekhe on the roster, why they drafted Josh Ball out of Marshall in round 4, why they have Mitch Hyatt, who's also a bit banged up right now, Isaac Alarcon to tackle / I think maybe guard this year, Brandon Knight, Terrence Steele have played a lot because of injuries. So the depth is there. But none of those guys are Tyron Smith. And the hope is that he's able to play a ton of games this year. Because if he does, and Leo Collins is healthy, that will help unlock the offense to another level, especially the vertical passing game, which you need more time in the pocket to actually execute. So how many games do you think Tyron Smith will play this upcoming season? This question is the pinned comment on today's video. So get the ad break here on YouTube, scroll on down, and get your votes in. Let's dive into Randy Gregory now. His stock, I firmly believe, is pointing up. Are we going to get more Randy Gregory this year? I'm all in. I'm giving this one 4 stars. I have consumed the Kool-Aid around Randy Gregory. A big reason why, he finally gets what he hasn't really had in his NFL career, namely a more normal offseason and preseason and camp and everything of growth and development. He's in line to start, and I think he will get more playing time than what he did last season. Now, in a limited sample size in 2020, 10 games to be exact, we saw the flashes out of Randy Gregory. Part of a defense that could not stop the run, which led to not great opportunities in the pass rushing game. In his career, The flashes have been there out of Randy Gregory. This guy has immense talent. He's such a gifted edge rusher. He has so much potential and ability to take a huge step forward. And Mike McCarthy, kind of hyping him up right now. Here's what he had to say. Quote, you get at the end of the season, you look at his production, you're like, well, coach, why the hell didn't he play more? Yeah, I get it. But if you go back to the path that he was on, not having a chance to work with him before that, he hasn't been on the football field. Now going through a full offseason, I definitely think he can be a premier primary player for us on defense. It's the premier primary line that means a lot to me. Now, I'm kind of reading tea leaves here, but premier means impact, right? Going to make a lot of big plays in the passing game. Primary, I am going to choose to believe means on the field more in base downs. Gregory, a lot last season, wasn't playing against the run. It was Dorrance Armstrong instead of him, which I did not like. Entering this season in what a defensive package will quote-unquote look like a 3-4 probably means Randy Gregory on the outside at one of those edge rushing spots along with DeMarcus Lawrence. And I bet you see Brett Urban, as he's mentioned, playing the Red Bryant role, i.e. base technique 5 defensive end, or 5 technique base defensive, He's going to be a run stopper there. But I think this year, if the offense is as good as we think it should be and will be, if they can stop the run just a little bit better, all of those things will lead to better and more quality and more frequent pass rushing opportunities for this defense. And if that's the case, I think Randy Gregory is going to put up the best production of his career. So with that in mind, let's play over or under, one of my favorite games, because I'm feeling great about Gregory. 6.5 sacks. Get your votes in, over or under. Type in over or U for under. In general, I tend to go with the unders because I put them higher because I know how fan bases work. But I'm taking the over here. I am all in on Randy Gregory. I believe this is going to be his best season of his career. I think having the full offseason, a coaching staff and scheme that fits him very well, I think this is going to be the year for Gregory. He turns 29 this season. He's due a big contract next year if he does break out, but I am all in. I think we're going to get that this year out of Randy. Now, who here wants the Newsbreak app for free? If you type in me right now in the comments section, I will hook you up with the Newsbreak app right now. Link, bottom of your screen. It's chatsports.com/CowboysNB. But if you want local news based on your location, and, oh, by the way, also some Cowboys videos, you want that all for free, download the Newsbreak app, type in me in the comments section, and I'll send you that link for free right now. Let's talk Kelvin Joseph now. Is he going to start? 1 star. I'm bringing it down from 2, what it was earlier this offseason. And it's maybe a bit of a overreaction, but also not really. It was always going to be a tough path for him to start immediately. Joseph has not made the immediate impact early on, and admittedly not that important OTAs and minicamps. He was, in a 10-day quarantine due to COVID-19, and hasn't looked as great coming out of that. And ideally, the Cowboys want Joseph to start week 1. They would love it for their second-round pick to emerge and show, hey, I'm the guy. Put me out there with Trevon Diggs. Let's roll. But I think in more reality, with where we're at right now, he faces a tougher uphill battle to actually start in week 1. No small part due to this. He's raw. Kelvin Joseph has upside. Nobody's ever argued that except if they want to be wrong. But he hasn't played that much. 9 games at Kentucky last year, very impressive, but had some issues there at the end of his tenure. And then transferred from LSU before that. He's playing like a college football season total. That is it. That's not a lot. And remember, Diggs wasn't really a full-time starter either last year. Now, this year, at least to begin last year, Now, this year, and no doubt about it, he's going to be the guy for the Cowboys at CB1. But I think right now, Anthony Brown is your front runner for cornerback too. I'm going to continue to put Kelvin Joseph over to Sean Wright at CB3 with Jordan Lewis to handle that nickel corner role. Maybe Reggie Robinson gets a shot as well. But as things sit currently, I think Joseph does not have an immediate path to usurping Anthony Brown, who I think is the cornerback 2 right now. Now, that could change injuries, I hope Joseph has a baller training camp, which I'd be hyped about there. But for now, I think Anthony Brown's your favorite. So pick a cornerback 2 for me. Who you think it will be. Not who you want, because we all, I think, want Kelvin Joseph. Who do you think it will be, though? Type AB for Anthony Brown, type KJ for Kelvin Joseph, or type NW for Nashawn Wright. I would like it if it were Joseph. I don't think that happens overnight. I think the young, talented, raw player who, if he impresses in training camp, we will revisit this. I hope we get a chance to do so. But with the buzz coming out of minicamp OTAs, it seems like he's a little bit further behind what the Cowboys would prefer. And going up against the Bucs with Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, it's going to be a tough task. And I know not all of you like Anthony Brown. And I get it. As he battled through like multiple broken ribs last year, he did not have a fantastic season. You need a better version of Anthony Brown this year, especially if he has to start as Joseph and Wright come along as younger rookie players. So I want it to be Kelvin Joseph. I think as we sit right now, though, my money's going to be on Anthony Brown. I think Joseph starts at some point this year for the Cowboys. Is it going to be in week 1, though? I'm not so sure. Either way, we will keep you guys updated on everything going on around America's team. Hit that big red button and subscribe today.